The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you find it hard staying optimistic with all the financial news in the media? I'm Bernard Hickey, and on my podcast, When the Facts Change, I'm here to help you navigate the ever-changing landscape of economics in Aotearoa. So join the conversation every Friday on When the Facts Change, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in partnership with KiwiBank.
Welcome along to The Real Pod. My name's Jane. I'm joined by Alex Casey and Duncan Grieve of the Spin-off. The team back together for the first time in 2019.
They said it couldn't be done.
Look out, world.
And we are, after this, we're having a blue sky meeting about the pod for the year as well. So,
Crazy.
Duncan, you know about that, right?
We're going to take it back to first principles.
Okay, well,
Just tear it down.
I'm just giving Wayne fair warning
Rebuild it.
that he needs to basically restructure our podcast based on the meeting that we're having today. That he
I'm
doesn't
concerned,
know
though,
about.
because we really are limited in what we can do structure-wise. Because
What are you talking about?
we've got all these cool stingles, and what are we going to do? Like, we can't get new ones.
Make more.
Can't- Yeah, but
We can.
Change it up. Look.
getting... Okay.
I know. Paul's. It's tricky, but
it's
we have
tough.
made a couple of our own that have been real winners.
Yeah.
I think we should start crowdfunding them. I mean, I'm just tabling. We've got Mike's menagerie, right?
What?
Mike Putter.
Oh yeah,
Mike's
yeah.
menagerie.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that how you say that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Menagerie.
Or Mike's
Menagerie. Menagerie.
Oh,
But it sounds
sorry.
Menagerie.
It's getting
Very European.
It is a bit French and sexy.
Or Mike's Megorium.
Is that gonna? Are we doing? We're not doing that this week, are we? I mean, we can because I've got some Mike stuff.
I just think we should think about it.
I think we
I
could
think
probably.
save it for the blue sky.
Yeah. Okay. I've got something for the blue sky on that. Also, oh God, no, forgotten.
What?
I've forgotten.
Is it Nando's?
No, it wasn't.
Are
But
you
it can
trying
be.
to stop sweating?
Yeah,
Because you've got the high elbows of someone who's concerned about the pits.
I had to
Hearing
wear
out my
another
armpits.
top on my way to work.
Did
I had to
you?
get changed because I get so sweaty on my bicycle.
Do you bicycle?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Is there a shower here?
There
Yep.
is.
Okay, that's good to know. Anyway, I mean,
Can we
that's,
give you the surprise now?
that's all by the way. Thank you, Nando's. by the way.
Yes.
Thanks, Nando's, for
yum.
being amazing, for giving us chicken. We had chicken on Tuesday altogether. It was so good.
God, that was absolutely delectable, wasn't it?
It really, really
Those
was.
peri peri chips are so crisp.
And,
So crisp.
and legit, the cheesy bread thing is legit. Like, that's not just lip service. We really, well,
The growth.
the growth of cheesy bread since the sponsorship of The Real Pod and our dedication to cheesy bread. It's,
Especially on Uber Eats, which
Yeah.
I appreciate. Apparently it's the, like, what is it, top 5 most ordered thing? Because they kind of bury it. Like, it's hard to find on the menu. It's like a hidden secret, you know, like
it off
in
menu?
Super Mario Odyssey.
anyway,
You know,
the
hidden behind
Nando's,
a wall.
the Nando's that's opening up in Tauranga is happening, I think, probably more like April, May. So just pop that in your diary. And
Survey said,
Anything else? Hayden Daniels went to Nando's with his nan.
Dose.
did he do some joke content? Because that's very funny.
A corner-
How come
I
I
none
don't
of us
just
have done
think he
that
played
before?
up on the pun. I did take a screenshot of it. Also, FYI now, if you screenshot people's Instagram stories, they can see it.
Really?
Take heed.
Oh.
How? That's a new...
Because you know how you can like see who's seen your story?
Yeah.
And then I think next to it there's like a little cha-ching.
I think that only, I'm pretty, don't quote me on this, but I think that might just be if someone sent you a picture. Or did he, anyway.
Maybe if you need to be sneaky about it, could you do like a screen record and then clip out of the screen
You
record?
absolutely could.
Guys, one of our cornies has been to a Nando's abroad and says it's not as good as New Zealand.
Was that in Malaysia?
God, Jordan
That's,
abroad.
that's not just any abroad. It's quite abroad.
Yeah. So I like that we're influencing people to go to Nando's in entirely other countries as well, including Australia. I've got a friend who didn't know about the cheesy bread until recently from our podcast. She's in Australia. She orders that.
I
on
think
the
they should be
Red
contributing to the podcast.
They don't have. Did you just say this? They don't have cheesy bread in the UK.
No, I didn't say that.
No, they don't.
I was saying it in my head. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Like, it's a global catastrophe.
Also, when people in Tauranga, so we've got so much material now after this meeting. When people in Tauranga were surveyed about what the number one restaurant they wanted in their fair city, Nando's number one.
Yeah, I think it was in the particular mall,
In the precinct.
so it's-
precinct or whatever.
Obviously, a very tasteful area.
Oh yes,
Probably, is it in Bethlehem? That's
I mean it's a
favourite
very significant
suburb
place.
name. Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Ferrier was born there.
Yeah, and
No,
Mikavakona.
Only the best. Okay, our social media stuff, we're hashtag RealPod, facebook.com/TheRealPodPod, and we've got the Real Pod Corner private Facebook group in there as well, and on Instagram, The Real Pod Pod. Coming up, Alex is giving me a gift that was sent from somebody else. Is that right?
Yes.
And
Can I
it's
do it now?
definitely food because she's shaking with anticipation. No, we'll do that when we get to real news.
Okay, oh, yeah.
What else is coming up on the podcast? We can talk about the Fire Festival. We've had some really insane DMs this week.
Have
when I
we?
say we, I mean Alex has. And recapping Bachelor a little bit. Bachelor US, Casketeers, and looking forward to Married at First Sight Australia,
Oh my God.
which kicks off when?
Sunday night.
Jeez.
Jesus, right?
I'm really bloody excited. I'm killing time. I'm trying to find my go button. Where's my go button gone?
I'll get the surprise ready.
Okay, where's my go button? Can someone sing the real news song?
This is
I
becoming a
know.
real problem for you.
I'm really. It's actually
Look at how to
gone.
use your telephone.
Jane.
I'm really. Oh, there it is. I'm really thrown by the fact that the three of us are all back together again.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Real news. Jane's just seen the surprise. Well, it's a two-parter.
It's
So
a
this
braid.
one is-
I just saw something about 4-strand braided something or other.
Colour.
It's the recipe.
Okay,
Is that for the museum?
Yes. So
But can I-
Clayton. Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
This was. Well, this is the big one. Hold on.
Hang on. I need to video this. I need to do it. Hang on.
Clayton came into our office this morning.
Just casually, just turned
Just
up.
casually, just walked in and went, hello. It's always exciting when a reality TV star does that. It doesn't happen super often.
But I feel like it's like if we had like a frequency,
Sorry. I
Graph.
was Instagramming and it went down. Fine. Don't. Sorry. Ignore that.
it would be increasing.
Yes. I'd say that's
We,
It's
we
taken
should
us-
also say if you're if you're an ex-reality TV star and you're in our vicinity, pop up.
just come up
It's fine. You're welcome.
anytime. It's a very quiet office and everyone will stare at you and listen to every single
Don't
word
tell
you
them
say.
that. Don't tell them. And they'll say, "Who was that?"
Yeah.
When you leave.
Anyway, what's in there?
So this is belated happy birthday, Jane, from Clayton Bakes with simply a gorgeous little sketch of himself.
It is. It's his little logo because he's got like a little thing going on now. He does
Maybe that's
like baking with
Your
kids.
second tattoo after your
tattoo.
call.
Okay, open it. Open the damn thing.
Oh, smell it.
Smell it.
This is,
I will not smell it. I will eat it.
I'll smell it. This is, what is it? Caramel it was like, oh, it's not a lot, it's not much, just got a bit of praline, bloody caramel, hazelnut thingy on the top.
It's not much.
Let's eat it.
Let's eat it.
Yeah.
This is happy birthday, Jane, from the Real Pod.
Oh,
And Clayton.
Yeah.
okay. Actually,
Fuck yeah.
thank you.
Get in there, Tina.
Speaking of, oh,
It's
shit.
already cut. I did ask her, I was
He's a
like,
pro.
Oh no. Oh.
Notice
no.
how he's done it in the traditional slice formation.
well, exactly. I was like, is this going to be Louise? Is this going to be a situation here, Clayton?
Oh my god, it
know he's
looks
learned.
amazing. Look at those layers.
Getting the biggest one.
Unctuous.
Very, very anxious.
Guys,
Oh my God.
everyone listening,
My hands are shaking. I'm so excited.
this is not actually my present from my potties. My present from my potties is in the corner.
It's probably the best incentive yet to join the Holy Corner.
There's this amazing, I'd like to call it a tribute video. It's like a tribute to me for my 40th. From so many stars, amazing stars. Hilary Berry's in there. Colin Mathura Jeffrey's just like, he's bookending it and he's slid in the middle as well. And he's Art and Matilda and...
Don't forget the only one that I got, Hayden.
Hayden's in there. Samuel Levi's in there, and I love him now because he did a birthday message for me. So I won't hear a bad thing about him. And yeah, you just go into our Real Pod Corner and watch it. Everyone's eating, so no one's going to talk.
Oh, that praline.
That's really
It's
good
my
slice.
birthday slice, and I haven't had a chance to.
Will you eat it? I'll talk about the background of the video because it was
Thank
so
you,
hard
Clayton.
for me.
Thank you, Clayton. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Clayton. Everyone go subscribe to Clayton Bakes on bloody YouTube, for God's sake.
That's right.
He's a man trying to start a channel and it's hard out there.
Oh my god, it really is unctuous, but the good kind, not the greasy, sloppy kind.
This is a perfect slice.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And by the way, I didn't mean any disrespect to Hayden. I'm glad he came through and he did a funny thing.
I don't think it would be the same without Hayden. Like Hayden is a corny,
Yeah.
He's in the corner.
It'd be rude not to.
and he sometimes gives us intel on other reality TV stars, which is quite handy.
Yeah. He hates someone, eh?
He does, or two someones, but a tattooed one in particular.
So background to this, there was so much I wanted to tell you about the process, but I couldn't tell you because it was a surprise. So Sam Levi came back, first one off the rank, within, I would say, 2 minutes of me DMing him on Instagram. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. How did he do that? He filmed it while he was driving.
Multi-talented.
by all accounts.
That's so cool.
Sprinkled a bit of shade in there, regarding your age. He said, I was 15, I've got 15 years to go. But
Yeah, but that's all right. That's just facts.
it was just facts.
He also thanked me for not being too harsh on him, which I think was very generous of him.
There was also Art and Matilda. I did a group one just to make sure. Well, like one of them would see it if I did them both in a little group chat. And then I was like, hey, maybe this could be the start of like a friendship as well. Just keep the chat rolling.
And then suddenly we're at their wedding doing a live podcast.
And they came back and were like, yeah, we're just driving down there doing the Tongariro crossing. We'll film it when we get there. And I was like, cool, thanks. And then I was like, first time doing the crossing? Just trying to make chat.
That is,
I got left on scene.
that's too far.
There's no way.
I
for a
overstepped
start.
the mark. I knew I should have just left it, but I couldn't resist.
That was never going to end well.
For a start,
Your
there's
own
no
worst
way
enemy.
that's the first time them doing the crossing. So
Yeah,
stupid
that's every
question.
week.
Secondly, I think you need to go in and rename the group.
Oh my God, bestie.
You need to give it like,
Crossing buddies.
yeah. Just see how that goes.
Oh, the shame of it all.
You've got
Can
to
you
do
please
that.
do
That's
it?
so funny. Do it live.
I feel sick.
you
I
left
don't have
your
my
phone
phone. I
at
have my phone at home.
Now you know why.
Conveniently. But the biggest shock of all, aside from my faux pas with Mark,
Oh my God, I'm dying over this.
was one of my first people on my list, of course, was Erin Simpson and Zach, because I thought, friends of the pod. We saw them at Aladdin. We had a lovely time. I talked to them about the genie.
Hugged.
We hugged. We sniffed.
We did.
Zach. Maybe that was what did it.
I mean, maybe.
But she's not happy. She's not happy. She came back and said, sorry, love, you're all over the place. You're horrible. And then you're nice and don't know where I stand. It's a no from us.
To look at this.
It kept me awake. So it was a Saturday night. I didn't really sleep that night, tossing and turning over what I could have possibly done. I messaged you back and I said, I'm very concerned you're upset. Please let me know what is it? And then the next day when I messaged Duncan about it, I realised it was an influencer story that we wrote.
Yeah, and it was just a so Jihi wrote it based off some data supplied by Money Hub that basically looked at 40 kind of classic New Zealand influencers and just one single and relatively simple ratio between the number of followers an influencer has and the average number of sort of interactions with or likes on a sponsored
Was it just
post.
likes or was it comments?
I think it was just likes.
And
but
it was only sponsored content.
I think it was
I'm just asking because I did it on myself
right.
after reading the article. Because I just want to make sure that I got the controls right.
Well, because the thing is, that's not the only way to measure influence at all. Like Colin was also in the bottom 5, and Colin is clearly a super influential guy. Like because your party didn't really happen if he wasn't there. So, and Jihi acknowledges all that in the piece. So, it's, I guess what I'm trying to say is that,
Sorry.
yeah, it's all that I can say. But you know, it's not personal, and it also does not necessarily reflect your influence or lack thereof or anything like that.
But I think
Come back to us, Aaron and Zach.
I think also the fact that brands are obviously still working with them shows that they're seeing, you know, they've put value in the relationship, and really,
You know who else was like
Who
bottom
cares
5? Taika,
yeah.
that guy. So not very influential.
It's true. It just made me sad.
Look, Alex,
Come back to me.
You did
I just
nothing.
wanted you to be in the video.
And KJ Upper, he was number 1. Why? Because he's got no shirt on and he's holding a small dog in every single pic. It's not hard. It's not hard to game the system.
Alex, did you receive that message from Aaron before or after dinner or during?
That was after.
Okay.
It was after.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I hate
This slice
thinking-
is fucking
It's
crazy.
really crazy good. Wow. Clayton, thank you so much.
Open a shop.
Well, he's running a business now, like a kids baking thing, right? So his channel.
Yeah, in schools. But please subscribe to his channel just to justify the slicing.
The more we can influence you to subscribe, the more he's going to bring us baked treats. So please
If he
do
gets
that.
a big one-day bump,
And while you're there on the internet, subscribe to our podcast.
I'm sure they already do.
Okay.
But give us a good review.
Give us a good review.
Give us a
Write us a
review.
lovely review. We love
I
it.
keep rating our podcast, by the way. I don't know. It doesn't seem to sense that I've done it before. Like the star's always there, so I just always give it a little
Yeah, so do I.
tattoo.
We need to get. I mean, Slevi is
What do
just
you give
tearing
it?
up the charts. Like he's number 1.
Hey, but you know why? Because he's new.
Yeah, but Art and Matilda are new. You don't see them tearing up the charts.
Yeah, but okay.
It's because there's more than one of them on the pod.
Listen, Netflix did a fuck it's hot post on Facebook, and when I first saw that, I was like, oh no, someone's getting fired. Well, someone's getting a talking to. You can't use your language like that on the corporate social media.
But isn't it good?
Yeah. It was legit. It's still there because it was supposed to be there. It wasn't someone making a slip up.
The
switching
Netflix
between
social
words.
media is like so
Notoriously
relaxed.
cool.
It's
It's like you're talking to a friend.
it is.
But was it Netflix in the world or Netflix in Australia?
Australia and New Zealand.
Right. Because if it was in America, it seems very cold there. Based
Well.
on my news gathering, my intelligence.
How do you explain global warming?
Good
If
point.
it's cold over there.
Good point.
So I tell you what, it's not good. That's someone stole some artificial plants from the front of Tipene Funeral Home.
That was an incredible segue.
Those people can bloody.
They can. I
F
tell you
off.
what. Yes.
Be good clients
Strong.
for.
Well, I know. I was going to say that, and I thought that's too far.
No.
Too far.
No.
I mean, artificial plants are big. I thought, maybe
Steal
they're
a
a bit
plant, you get in the
yuckers.
ground.
You know, you're going to sell them on trade, maybe get some good coin for some.
Do you though, or is
I
that
don't know,
an urban
but
myth?
artificial plants.
I think
know.
they're probably worth more because I cannot look after a proper plant. Saved my life.
Just find
Seen those
someone who
lilies
can.
out on a table? They look fucking fucked.
Anyway, I'm really cross about this because the Tiffany's are the best humans in the entire world.
Did they also take the little ugly troll statues?
Oh, come on, they're not ugly. Cute.
Little hairy gnarled trolls.
Cute.
Okay. So there's the Harry Styles tattoo that I was like, that's not real, but it is
I believe. I've always been it's real.
You've always been a believer.
I've been a believer.
Well, I was-
You were a faker, weren't you? Were you?
Nah.
I was
Toby and Matt are fakers.
I was a faker based on seeing the picture from a distance, and I didn't know any of the story or the background or where the image came from. But once I read all of that stuff, I was like, that's legit.
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
It looks like Sam. Oh, excuse me.
It does look like Sam Brooks. Is that what you're going to say? Yeah.
It looks like Sam Brooks. It's amazing of her to.
TV editor for the spin-off.
What a lovely tribute to New Zealand award-winning playwright and a spin-off game.
I really want to see it healed. I'd really like an updated photo because I think, when you've got the redness in the swollen, it just, it's never going to be.
It's quite hard out, isn't it?
Pretty hard out.
Now that I look at it properly.
It's a lot, but based on my research watching Thin Lizzy concealer adverts,
Oh, that's fine. No
Cover
big
that
deal.
right up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
cover that right up. Yeah.
Speaking of which, not that it's Thin Lizzy, but Anika Moore Unleashed with Suzanne Paul's really good. You should watch
Yeah.
that. And John Campbell. They're both
Oh my god.
out recently. Right. New Zealand Wife Swap is coming. It's probably not going to be called Wife Swap because it's going to be our slightly rip-off version, yeah?
Yeah. It'll be the home brand
Wife
TVNZ
trade.
version. Spouse for a week.
I love it.
So they've got a thing out. They're calling all mums.
Only mum, so it's kid swap.
They're
Yummy mummies.
really after a. I understand they're really after a gay couple too, though. So
Could still very easily have children.
yeah, no, I know, but saying calling all mums as opposed to calling all parents.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's true.
so the call out is the world of the matriarch is
Mum
busy,
swap.
and this modern world requires a balance of work, children, relationships, and so much more. Have you ever wondered how someone else manages to find the time to juggle everything? The gym, the meals, extracurricular activities, and still finds downtime to spend with the family? Maybe you already know the secret to this. Please share.
So it's mum swap.
It's probably going to be called Mum Swap rather than Wife Swap. That's what
I like any show with mum in the name.
I like any show with swap in the name.
So together, they've made our dream show.
We want to talk to families, family groups with 2 or more adults parenting their kids in the same home. Ideal applicants will have children over 6, all cultures from all areas of Auckland, traditional couples, same-sex couples, grandparents raising grandchildren, etc. Now, there's been a call in the corner for me to get my application in, but I don't have enough. My kids, 2 of my kids aren't over 6.
You just age them up.
Not
a
with
bit.
that attitude, yeah.
There's no way in hell that Joel would be part of this.
He doesn't need to know.
It's also happening all around the wedding, so that'd be tricky.
Perfect
They
storm.
end up with like Joel marrying someone else.
That would be such a cool. That'd be like a
the other mum.
Harry Styles face tattoo level cry for attention from an influencer.
Anyway, so I'm very much looking forward to that. It's shooting quite soon. Yeah, it's filming dates between the 9th of February and 20th of March. 6
Whoa.
consecutive dates during this time, and you'll be paid. So
Love it.
we know Geordie Pordy's after some money, don't we?
Pordy.
I just think that him not having children or being a mum might hold him back.
I mean, that's just PC gone mad.
He has nephews.
Crossing
Basically the same,
Pordy.
isn't it? Oh, I've got slice all over my laptop.
Geordie Pordy is looking for money. We know this because he's trying to sell. Oh no, I'm going to save that.
That's a notice board.
That's a notice board.
Spoiler alert.
No, tease. It's a effective
that's what it is.
teasing campaign.
Oh no! Part of every great tease.
Okay, biggest bloody news of the week. Cadbury have cocked it up royally by taking the marshmallow eggs, chopping them in half,
It was crazy.
or at least not taking 2 halves and gluing them together like they used to, and just marketing them as if almost like nothing ever happened.
It's
I know, there's no
What
word.
do they? What tyrant is running Cadbury?
I know.
Wrecking
Australia, right?
But also they're like,
Bad country.
we've got the old factory's clapped out. We've got a new one that can't do it. It's like, fucking get a better new factory.
Or-
Everything, progress is going forwards, not making things shitter.
That just sounds like such a BS excuse, eh? Like, get the just bring the
Just be a
machine.
cheapskate.
Bring the machine over from Dunedin.
Well, I think the machines are a bit had it.
Oh, come on.
Melt down a little bit of chocolate. Get a little man to do it. Melt down a little bit of chocolate.
Only a little man,
Slay the. Yeah, Tina's doing
big
it.
men
And you bang them together.
Need not apply.
And then it's all good.
Can I remind you that when I was younger in my youth,
That was
during the school holidays, which I'm pretty sure was illegal, I was working at a wine factory. Put hand shrouding, you know those little bottles of like Lindauer and so on?
yeah.
I'm not going to give away the winemaker. But I was...
Was it Montana?
So they'd go along the
Was
line.
it Mount Roscoe?
And the machines weren't equipped
Was it with your mum?
to shroud the little bottles. So we had to stand there all day.
Hand shroud.
8 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock at night. Just hand shrouding.
They should have put on the label, shrouded by real Kiwi kids. Imagine that. You sell heaps more.
Can't wait till the end of the week and we got our shout.
Ah, your life.
Anyway, but aside from that, Cadbury, stop it.
What are you doing? Do they still make the classic, like the single ones that you buy? The purple, the gold?
No,
They're
foil.
gone.
It's all gone.
It's all gone.
It's all gone.
So you can only buy them. What are they loose? Are they unwrapped?
They're in they're in a bag.
Like a strip.
Like a tray.
A tray, yeah.
Loose.
So the untrained
Not
eye would
loose.
see a tray and go, oh,
Yeah.
There we go. I'll
Yeah.
grab some of those, and then they'll get a very nasty surprise if they haven't been reading the news. They've been hiding under
Very
a hole.
nasty surprise.
But the foil thing,
Neil.
I think it's idiotic of them because they've taken themselves out of the Easter egg hunt game by doing this, by not putting them in foil. Because
What
you're
a
not going to go
disaster.
stick a bloody loose egg that's not wrapped out in the bush, are you?
And also, like, that is the core component of an Easter egg hunt. Is those? I mean, obviously you have your little eggs.
Yeah, but you have a
But
couple of the marshies.
No, don't have a couple. Yeah, that's like the thick, healthy trunk of the hunt.
Oh my God.
Because obviously the top of the tree is your cream eggs. You don't have heaps of those, and the little ones, you know that you're not going to find them. They're going to be covered in ants. But the marshmallow eggs are they're the core.
I still find little Easter eggs around our
Yeah.
garden sometimes.
Do you
Yeah.
eat
And you eat them.
No, I don't
You
eat
eat them, don't you?
I eat them. They go kind of
I've-
get grayscale
Yeah,
on them. They're a bit-
I give it a window. You know, if it's within a couple months, sure, but
Yeah, but what if it's 14 months?
no. Well, if it's 14 months, it could have been from the Easter just gone 2 months ago.
Yeah, but
Do
I'm
the
just saying, like,
Okay.
you never know.
Look, I think that Whitakers have got a real opportunity here, and I know it's difficult for them because they see themselves as a high-end brand, but if they just eye
No,
on
they're a
the
mass
prize,
market brand.
I know, but they're like
Fancy.
they pitch themselves as a bit fancy, but just come down to the common man, make some bloody full-sized marshmallow eggs.
Well, when Cadbury went small block made of palm oil, they were like staying big block made of real chalky. So they're used to sort of seeing Cadbury do something stupid and running headlong in the other direction. I think you're right. This is Whitakers. We need a Kiwi chocolatier to save us all.
Also, another thing that Cadbury said, do you remember their excuse about the roses? That they were coming loose in the little pool
Yeah.
things? Okay, so
Yeah.
I
I
was-
actually forgot about the roses. That's how many fuck-ups they had.
insult to injury. It's crazy.
And so I was at a hotel for my birthday on the weekend, and the turn down service, they give you a chockey. And the chockies were the goulian things, but they're individually wrapped. And they're twisties, but the twists are fake. You can't pull them apart. They've got like a little tear. So it still has the appearance of a twisty packet, but you just rip, which is fine. Like, I'm down with it.
yeah,
but that's a solution, right? To Rose's claiming, we can't do this.
There's something about the unfurling, isn't
Yeah.
there? Like the kind of mystical.
Well, because like the
twist.
old Kit Kat, you know?
And quite honestly, it doesn't matter how they change their packaging. If they're not going to have the strawberry bloody delight and the mint in there, they can just get fucked.
Yeah.
PC.
Bloody hell.
I'm boycotting Cadbury.
Okay.
Wow.
Should we start it?
I am. I'm boycotting
here?
it. All of Dunedin's been doing it for ages, but
Let's bloody
now
do it. We're actually.
But this is Auckland.
Alice Neville, our food editor, has bought a tray of said halved eggs and is going to attempt to glue them back together in a way of restoring.
I mean, I'd have
Peace
one,
and love.
I'd have one of those.
Social justice.
I mean, they've already been bought, but from now on,
Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
not your money.
That's
you
not
can
my
still
money.
eat
Yeah.
it.
yeah, exactly.
And in a way, it's from the hand of an artisan once,
Yeah,
once Alice has
exactly.
had away with it.
Okay, the genie was at Laneway apparently.
Yeah, it's just some news for you. The genie from Aladdin.
Okay.
The understudy, I believe. Spotted at Laneway.
Understudy.
Spotted at Laneway. It's a new segment.
Tell you who else was spotted at Laneway? Florence and Machine was there apparently.
Oh my God.
Florence and
That's too
Machine.
much. That's Florence plus the machine.
Okay, Sensing Murder versus James Mustapic.
And
Mustapic.
eventually,
And then
Alex
eventually
Casey.
the spin-off. This was like the best thing ever that happened last week on Wednesday night. They got James in to talk about the Oscars. The Oscar nominations came out.
That's wild that they did that. What a great what a great signing.
And also, 7 Sharp, no desk anymore.
What?
They've done away with the desk. It's all about Casual
Yeah.
Couch. It looks like bloody Select Live. It's crazy. So they got...
Oh my God, it does.
Yeah.
It's very C4 leanings.
But Jerry's still wearing a suit. Sort that out.
That's my understanding.
Trackies.
So they just had like a quick, funny little chat about the nominees. James made heaps of jokes, and then one of them was that he said that Sue Nicholson from Sensing Murder should have got a nomination for Best Actress, you know?
That's just
I mean,
banter.
that's
That's
just
just a funny
banter.
joke.
I know, it's a compliment.
Absolute banter. She was not happy.
No.
She took to her Facebook page, both her personal, which is sort of like a personal page that has thousands of friends kind of thing. A lot of, there was Corny's posted this as well. She said, lots of capitalised, what a pack of wankers on 7 Sharp tonight, taking the piss out of me, she wrote, saying she wasn't the only one on Sensing Murder. This is bullying. She also did it on her public page, which I think she's deleted now. You TV1 7 Sharp tonight, think you're smart, need to grow up, taking the piss out of me. Can't you find any decent news stories? Idiots, angry face. And I wasn't the only one on Sensing Murder, but you pick on me, angry face. And running your own company down that made you work for that. Sorry, the syntax isn't great. that running your own company down that you work for as they made the program, angry face.
Wow, that is
She was not
incoherent with
happy.
rage.
Okay.
And just blind.
She can never, ever hear this podcast.
She can never hear this podcast.
She should be able to.
But to be fair, all we've done is read out her own words.
It's a hack. You don't
If she
need
hears
to
us-
hear it.
If she hears us taking the piss,
I'd love it if we got a response like
and then
that.
she posts, and then we'll talk about that, it's just going to be this amazing, constant content.
I want it to
circle.
go on forever.
Yeah.
She said in the comments, so Sue Nicholson has so many supporters. Like, it is crazy out there on her Facebook page. So all these people were making complaints to TVNZ and telling Sue she should complain. And she said, I was going to complain, but Steve, I'm assuming her husband, said that's all they want, to cause a stir. I could say a lot about the bloke that said it about him being gay, but how would he like that? But I'm not that type of person, as I have a gay daughter. 6 likes there.
That's quite an amazing logic. Like,
How
being
would you
gay
like that?
is noteworthy and can be noted upon, but I am above it. It's a contortion.
Is extraordinary. And then, so one of her followers spammed our spin-off inbox. I'll just scroll to show you how long this is. It's a thesis.
Holy. Have you read it?
I've read all of it. So it begins. Oh, I don't even know. It's
Do a voice.
kind of cursed. It's too long to read, though. There's sort of some wishing you a few bumps in the night, winky face, you little tag team wannabes.
A few bumps in the night. What does that mean?
Some nice sex.
Thank you. Thank you, Janine.
Hang on. Okay, she's either wishing nice sex upon you or that someone's going to break in and knock you off.
Murder me. Or a ghost.
And if that does
bumping
happen-
around in the night.
That's probably what it is, right? It was like,
Yeah.
you don't believe in the paranormal, but here is...
They're going to seek
Oh, look,
revenge.
it's not even that we don't believe in the paranormal. It's just don't believe that she can hear them.
Yeah.
Even
do
if I
you
believed
believe?
in the paranormal, it's still a funny exchange and I was still going to report on it, you know?
Yeah.
It's great. But anyway, she kept going. We didn't reply. Well, we had our auto reply. Let the people see my comments. Angry
Whoa,
face.
that's not how DMs work.
Hang on. So why not comment on the post rather than send a DM?
I don't know. You nasty, vindictive little madam. The follow-up.
Cool.
I reported you to Facebook and contacted media with a capital letter. You and your employee, amateur YouTube comedian James Musterpick, are deliberately targeting Sue Nicholson for your own selfish gain. I hope your attack backfires on you and your ridiculous fake news page is shut down. And then there's what I would assume is probably like a 2,000-word tirade, basically. Suggesting that James and I are sort of in cahoots. He's paid for us to write this story.
It's weird because it's weird that because we have bagged Sensing Murder for a long time. I wrote a review for the Herald that wasn't particularly complimentary. I think Callum's done the same. Why only now? I guess she just saw it.
Why now, Janine?
They can't really see things in the past, only in the future. Because
What if-
Janine, by
is
the
she a
way,
corny?
no, she's a clairvoyant though.
Ah.
Yeah.
So we're attacking her very industry.
Yeah.
She's also banned 1080.
Can I say something? Yeah. Not that. Can I say something, though? Out of all of the Sensing Murder psychics, I feel like Sue Nicholson's the most likely to be psychic.
Agree.
Okay.
Honest opinion. More than the blonde lady.
More than Calvin?
No, Kelvin is definitely not psychic.
Isn't
Isn't Calvin the only
he's
one
just
who's ever solved a thing?
El Pervo.
Lucky though, just got lucky.
Just
mate.
lucky. That's law of averages.
He couldn't believe his luck when that happened. I'm telling you now.
Oh, dear.
Okay, Julia from Married at First Sight New Zealand hosted a magician at her Airbnb.
That's just the news.
That's just the news.
Was it a real magician?
Kevin Quantum.
But wasn't he doing a show with Guy Mont?
Oh, maybe. Is he like a funny one? Is he a jokey
That's what
one?
I'm just wondering because
He
he
was-
was on
yeah.
the poster.
He was
Oh,
still,
maybe.
He was still stayed. I think the point is he stayed at Julia's Airbnb.
It's just great. A magician,
Should
Julia, Lockwood Home. Love it.
okay.
Real pod outing. Stay at Julia's.
Sue Stan. A Sue Stan.
Oh, yeah.
Sue,
That's
oh, Sue Stan. Okay,
Yes.
yes, we just did that. Okay, sorry.
Sue
Whoops.
Stan. Yeah.
I was like, who is Sue Stan?
Sorry about all that.
Who's Sam with the bakery?
My friend Sam.
Oh, hang on.
Who runs
Sam in Christchurch.
Maximum Baking.
Maximum Baker.
Maximum
Baker Dad,
Yeah.
aka Grizzly Baked Goods, got a huge Instagram from Nigella herself when she was in Christchurch. They provided her some their morning buns, their donuts, a little box of it for her halftime at her show, and she posted it on Instagram. And apparently it was just...
Well, does that change your business forever?
I don't know.
What's the deal?
I'll ask him. He said it didn't, like, a few more followers sort of thing. But, I mean, she has, like, millions of Instagram followers.
I'm just going to open something up here. I feel like
Oh, no.
this is a can of worms. But I have a friend who shoots, he's in the UK, and you've met him before, Craig, many years ago, don't know if you remember. But he's a camera operator, and he shoots lots of baking shows. And he always said to me, you could do a baking show. I'm like, I can't really bake. And he's like, you don't need to be able to.
Are you
You just need to host it. It's all
saying-
just part of I'm not saying that it's specifically about Nigella. It just reminded me of that idea that, maybe Nigella can't cook.
No.
That's,
She's so lovely.
But I'm not saying that she can't. I'm just saying it's a
it's an
possibility.
interesting idea.
It's an interesting idea that when you sit down and you're watching these people do their things, that they might just be there for, their presence on screen rather than their presence in the oven.
Chocolate lovers. She loves Whitakers. Bit
Yeah.
like you, in a way.
That's true.
Yeah, she loves them for money.
I just want to be the new Nigella. That's what I'm
I think you
saying.
make it happen.
Well, Nigella didn't start being Nigella till she was probably in her 5th decade. So maybe
Who was she
it's
before
time.
that?
Is that true?
Well, I don't think she got super famous until like a bit later in life. Look, I probably made it up. I probably made it up. Don't fact check me,
Okay, I can't comment.
Sue Nicholson.
I can't comment on this next one because I wasn't here, but Neve came into the office.
Oh, baby Neve came in.
I wasn't
the
here
first
either.
Baby. It was gorgeous. Tina, what's your account of the situation? Have you got your mic on?
I got it.
Because I know that you spend a lot of time holding Neve. I was in the throes of publishing the Roastbuster story, so I had bad energy, and I didn't really want
Such bad energy.
I didn't really want to hold the first baby. But Tina, you
She was so cute. She was so adorable, so snuggly.
Did she do a poo while she was here? I have to ask. It's a real pod kind of question.
Didn't check her nappy.
who's to say? Who didn't? To be honest.
She seemed very cute in the photos, which is a bit annoying. Like
She was just living
most
her
babies
best
look
life.
fucked up.
Yeah,
and
she.
it's not one of the nice looking ones. It's just truth. It's just truth.
That's
No,
true.
she was so good. She was just having snuggles with everyone, and she didn't. Not a little cry or nothing.
Does she not have security? I mean, what's the... Isn't she like
Clark.
third to the throne of New Zealand or something?
Yeah.
I think that's how it works. I've just had a brainwave. Her
Yeah.
toy was a little was measuring spoons, like plastic coloured measuring spoons that she was playing with. There's your next bloody
That's my competition.
baker. Yeah.
Bloody hell. They're everywhere. Okay, I quit. I'm not going to do bacon anymore. That was short-lived.
But it was absolutely charming. Clark came in and filleted a fish in our kitchen. There was a
Did he
lot.
do it with his teeth?
There's a lot of blood everywhere. Yeah, apparently the way to get skin off, the best way is to use your teeth because it keeps the protein intact or something. Very grisly video of both Clark and Simon Day doing it.
Okay, the thing I really love about what Jacinda's doing on the internet at the moment is her latest post on my birthday, I might add, was I'm learning that there are a few things you should avoid while jet-lagged. Feeding your child beetroot is definitely one of them. And there's just a picture of a bowl of beetroot puree or whatever. And I'm like, is she planning her next move to become mummy blogger after this? Like, is this all been just to sort out her trajectory to just be top of the bloody mummy blogger pile when when she eventually leaves Parliament?
It's an interesting idea.
Jane and I have a big difference of opinion here. I think that's a danger to Jane's rise to preeminence in that realm, and you need to aggressively put her down.
Okay, I think it's going to be difficult for me to come up against her on that. So I thought I might just try and align with her. Like, we've got the Clark connection, so I'm just going to
That's
needle
true.
myself
You
in
should start
there.
a group chat.
Yeah.
Oh, what should I call it?
Oh,
Clark.
Mummies of Sandringham?
Mate.
Mummies of Get her on Mum Swap. Oh my God, so many options.
Oh my God, wouldn't she be so good on Mum? Oh, her and I could do Mum Swap. I could
I
be there
feel
with
like
Clark.
her child
She
might
could
not be
be
6.
at my place with Joel. Can you imagine the
You
conversation?
can age it up. I don't understand. As a non-parent, I don't get this photo. What's the problem?
Oh, it's a mess. She's messed.
That's not
Beetroot
right. But
everywhere.
there's no. But the beetroot.
No, I'm assuming the beetroot
okay.
would
The beetroot
must have been
inside
somewhere
the
else.
photo-
inside the bowl.
The photo you're not seeing
It's the photo you're not
is of
seeing.
Neve covered in beetroot.
Yes.
Well, show me that.
No,
She doesn't do pictures of me.
She's going to struggle with that in the mummy blogger universe, but
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Also, I mean, I dare say, and I don't think this is what she's getting at, but she would have found out what happens at the other end of the beetroot.
well, not by then, but that was to come.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. But you know, there when it says you should avoid feeding beetroot to your child, it's like not just because it's messy, but also because red poos.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
Many a trip to A&E, hey, for people thinking that. there's
Actually,
something-
Yeah.
Or not. I mean, not me personally,
not you.
but yeah, no, it
Does
happens all the
actually
time. I've had
Not to A&E,
Not saying it.
but frightened.
you've definitely asked someone, is it normal to come have a look
I
at
was
this?
almost in
Nikki,
tears.
come have a look at this.
Because I thought it was by then it was all over.
Right.
Well, yeah, if it was real, that
I
would
was
be
like, forget about it. I was like,
get your
almost,
affairs in order.
Yeah, totally. Don't just bypass A&E straight to Tippini for me.
Straight to Google, and the first thing you'll see on Google is, have you had beetroot recently?
No.
Two of my sisters have been to the doctor thinking that.
Oh, complete the set, I reckon.
So good.
Anyway.
It's just going quite long.
Yeah, sorry, I'll move on. Oops.
Oh, we haven't
What?
talked about this yet.
Okay.
No.
Pause. Stop.
Pause.
We've got a new thing for the museum.
A new thing for the museum, as well as Clayton's delicious slice. Duncan just scoffing. Clayton also gave us the laminated recipe for Dean what's his name? Brett Schneider.
Brett Schneider.
Schneider's 4-strand braided challah,
I'm going to have a go at this.
which was the twisty bread thing.
I'm going to have a go.
Well, you can take it home.
I can do this. Okay, yep.
Hot off the set of the Kiwi Bake Off.
That's so cool. And it's not got any stains on it or anything.
No stains.
I know. I can't not say this because it's just bothering me every time you say Clayton. It's just that name's been ruined, hasn't it? I feel sorry for our Clayton. Anyway.
Oh.
I mean, I just don't think there are many kids in this day and age in New Zealand being called Clayton as they're born.
And if there are, we're just going to worry about the parents.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, as we were.
I am disgusted at how much you have copied my husband.
We spent a very, very long time on Real News, so we'll just cruise through this quite quickly.
There's a lot of news.
Bachelor US, there's a bungee date. He's terrified of heights. The girl he took with him is a smoking babe.
Was that Pageant Queen? Who
No,
was the bungee one?
it was
I was falling asleep.
I can't remember her name, but she's beautiful.
Tick. Probably not tick.
It was Keisha or Taisha or something like that. Anyway, and when he jumped off to do the bungee, he screamed, and he screamed like a little girl, and I don't want to be gender, but it was kind of like that. And then when he bounced down and he bounced back, did the first bounce back up, instead of being like, "Whoa, this is amazing," he was like, "Not again."
Oh, that's good.
It was so good. They went to Singapore. The pageant girl drama is still carrying on.
I love that.
Okay, but this week it got quite intense.
Yeah.
You watched, yeah?
I watched it last night.
Okay, so he took Kaylin, who's the pageant girl I think we're supposed to be like rooting for.
Yeah.
In the edit. That's how they've made it appear. She's the good one. And he showered her with clothing and gifts, which is basically just to piss off the other girl, which worked a treat. And then she went out for dinner with him. So this is his one-on-one. And it was at dinner that she revealed. And I think they handled this like so every now and again. The Bachelor, which is just like the most tacky show in the world, has this thing come along and they handle it really well.
Extraordinary.
Like they did not shy away from, okay, so she basically detailed being raped. Like a whole... You know, she didn't just gloss over it and say, "Oh, I suffered from a sexual assault." She kind of went into detail, and I just was really impressed with the fact that they didn't try to gloss over it at all.
No, they didn't. It didn't even feel like edited. Like it was like very long, lots of pauses,
very natural,
natural. It was the kind of thing like I was like falling asleep, and then when that happened, I was just like sat, and even Joe, for God's sake, put his book down. And was like, what the hell? It was like one of those moments. And Colton handled it like extraordinarily well, I thought. Crazy. I mean, I don't know if would they have put that on like 5 years ago?
No.
Yeah.
I don't even think 2 years ago, to be perfectly honest with you. I can't remember. There have been other little things that have happened on The Bachelor over the years. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but this feels like the most significant thing in a while. And it was really intense, but I don't know. And obviously, you know, a terrible experience for her, but she was just so empowered to talk about it publicly and not have it be something to feel shame over.
Yeah.
It was just...
It was one of those real, like, just snaps you completely. Because the world of The Bachelor is so ridiculous.
So ridiculous.
And she's wearing the gowns that she got on that shopping trip.
Some of them were so bad. I mean, I hate to be Kate Hawkesby.
But also, like, are you going to the Oscars? Like, you will never need to wear that.
She's got I think she's got a good few cocktail parties left in her, so she will need to wear them.
That's true. But, like, it's so surreal. It's so absurd. It's so conservative feeling and, like, kind of in this fairy tale world. And then something like that is just like, holy shit. Real people, real lives. I don't love Colton, though.
No, I know. He's growing on me a
Colton.
bit, but I always just try and think, when I don't like The Bachelor or Bachelorette, I just try and think of them as they're simply a mechanism to the contestants. Like they're a cog in the machine, so they don't really count. But he did handle it well, and one other thing that I'll say is he kissed her afterwards, which I thought was like kind of like a cool thing to do. Like he didn't, you know, she obviously was keen and that was fine, but he didn't freak out and think I can't go near her, I can't. I feel like from the way that she was talking, that would have been, you know, like the wrong thing to do. And yeah, I don't know. I was just very impressed. Thank you, Batch. Thank you.
It was a moment for sure. And then
it just went back to normal.
For God's sake. I thought I loved Demi, like just in terms of watching her and having fun, but that fight with, what's her name? Who was it? Courtney?
Demi's a real gaslighter. So she fires up the other person and makes them feel like they're going crazy. And then she twists their words and uses them against them. And she actually managed to like get rid of Courtney this week by doing that.
I found that kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be able to at least just keep both of them, just for the drama.
Yeah, because the pageant girls are made up now. They sorted out their differences.
For now.
We never really knew what happened between them.
Is it just that one of them won and the other one didn't?
No, I don't know. I've never been in a pageant.
That kept old.
Oh, maybe I'll do that now that
Alyssa
I'm not doing...
Edwards and that orange face one, so Drag Race Season 5. Someone will know out there. That was there. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Are there senior pageants? There's such a thing
There
for
wouldn't
seniors
must
like
be.
myself.
Old people.
A mature, like me. You don't have to be particularly tall to be a pageant queen, do you? Or do you?
No.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I might do that. If I can't do the Nigella thing, I might be
Get
a
on the
pageant.
internet, have a look.
Okay.
Might be able to be entered by the end of the pod.
Watch this space, guys. Moving on to Casketeers. Another really intense week on the telly.
Yeah.
For the Casketeers, or at least for me, because I was sobbing. Did you see it,
I
Dunk?
did.
Did
you sob?
Did you sob?
No, but
Tears
you
threatened?
I was very moved, but you'd also told me what happened already.
Yeah.
And so I was sort of prepared. You know, when you're kind of coming upon things is always a bit more rending. But no, it's very, I mean, I got up to date on it because I hadn't been watching, and it just hasn't missed a beat.
No, it's still just as good as ever. So this week they had a really difficult funeral to deal with, which was a 9-year-old boy who had a seizure, passed away. He suffered from autism. He also had a twin brother who the Tippenays dealt with when he passed away like 3 years prior under the same conditions. So it was really heart-wrenching for the staff to have to be working with this family again. And what I found particularly difficult was that I actually had the mother of the boys messaging me on Instagram late last year, and so basically as soon as I kind of heard them talking about these boys and the twins, and I immediately knew who they were talking about, and it was really gave it that sense of these are real people, you know, so much more because I had already communicated with the mum, and it's just I could not stop crying. I mean, I really was sobbing.
I was just going straight into the pillow. I was like, don't let them fall, just soak it in. Lying on the cushion. It was that show just like handles everything perfectly.
Yeah, totally agree.
And then they managed to go back from that to like Francis's cleaning spree. Did that follow that moment?
It was the only thing where it was like a tiny little jar was like just bang hard cut into,
because it's like they just switch the music.
Yeah,
but what else can they do? Like,
totally. Like, I mean, you just almost have to hand that over an ad break or something. But I mean, that is what. Yeah, you're right. There are so many great things about the show, but you do just get this window into New Zealand and how it handles death, and it has this really kind of accepting thing of like, you know, that family wanted the body moved after 60 years and they wanted to turn one side, and like even though there was not going to be a huge amount of it left, and there's just something about the way that lots of different cultures handle it differently, and even within cultures there is diversity there, but there's just that sweet, soft, gentle nature of the Tipanese and how they run their business, and you're just like, it's just such a special thing to see on the TV.
Yeah, it's an amazing show. Anyway, you guys all watch it surely by now. Okay, Fire Festival. I haven't watched there's the Hulu. Is it Hulu?
Yeah.
So I haven't watched that one, but I watched the one on Netflix, the documentary.
Same.
We've all seen it.
Oh my god. It makes me panic.
Did we talk
thinking
about this
about it.
already, you and I?
I don't know if we have.
I don't know.
I feel like it came between pods and then we just kind of forgot about it.
I forget, if conversations I've had in real life versus on the podcast. We need to stop communicating outside of the podcast. So if you're not familiar, Fire Festival was this... it's hard to explain. Basically, it was supposed to be this humongous... biggest festival ever, like in terms of luxury and location.
Yeah, the fanciest festival ever.
Fancy
Blink-182.
Blink-182 were playing.
Love it.
Ja Rule was in behind
on a
it.
jet ski.
And it was being led by this entrepreneur, I forget his name.
Billy McFarlane, I think.
Okay, so he was, by all accounts, a very charismatic man, could get money out of sponsors very easily. A lot of people
out of investors particularly.
And he was setting up this huge festival in the Bahamas. Basically, long story short, they couldn't quite get the island that they were after, had to go somewhere else. It didn't.
After selling out the festival.
It was just a web of lies.
It was like the most crazy web of lies, and watching it all unfold is just insane. And you get to the point when the festival gods arrive at this festival that's basically not happening, and there's your equal parts like desperate to see them turn up, but also terrified of them like stepping off the bus.
I found so what I loved about it was normally with documentaries that are about some variety of disaster, there's this tension where you're like, oh, I don't want this awful thing to happen, yet I want the awful thing to happen. With this, you do have all of the, God, this is terrible. You're also like, you couldn't find a more deserving group of people than those who had bought $3,000 shit. Like, everything about Fire Festival was so exclusive and kind of inhuman, and it was just all of the worst instincts of the extreme edge of contemporary sort of tech utopian 1%er, like just this whole kind of exclusive, wall yourself off from dirty real people nightmare that anyone who wanted to go to that thing, you're kind of like, well, this is almost what you deserve.
Okay, look, in their defence, I don't think that's true, because I think there's certainly there's a couple of people that fronted in the documentary who I didn't feel particularly sorry for, as in festival goers. But there definitely would, because some of those tickets were like $500 or whatever. There were some.
Were they?
Yeah,
I thought most of them were like $3,000.
No, they did cheap options. They did cheap options, and I think that those people, some of them just would have been like, wanting that Kardashian lifestyle or that Insta life, and they've been sucked into the vortex, and they probably saved or borrowed or whatever that money to get there. And yes, they would have learned a very hard lesson.
Well, I didn't think about that at all while I was watching it, and I just thoroughly enjoyed the spectre of all of these.
Duncan, I like to think of myself as a fairly good person. I have bought some dumb shit after seeing people opening stuff on the internet before. You know?
What? What have you bought?
Oh,
they're installing solar panels on the roof.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, I felt bad for who's that guy who had the kind of green shirt on, the comb back, ginger hair.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't feel bad for him. No, he's rich as hell.
No, he was getting rinsed. Then they were like, you need to top up your wristbands.
Yeah, I mean, that was
Yeah, but he's fine. I think everyone on screen is basically fine. I love the guy who was prepared to go and give the blowjob to save the water. That guy is a hero.
I mean, that should be the tagline.
I was like, I
want
to hire him. Imagine having someone who is that committed to the cause when the cause is so dumb. I was like, you're
Here's
incredible.
what I don't understand. It's how did that situation come about? I feel like maybe I zoned out, and then he suddenly was like, and I swilled some mouthwash, and I was ready. I was
It
like,
came about because customs were holding up all the bottled water for the festival.
yeah, but like, so they're like, these are my terms.
No,
Send
It
your
was like,
man.
the boss was like, "You're going to have to go and do this."
Yeah.
That guy.
That guy, and then,
I mean, does he know something about the customs officer that we don't know? Is that what it is, or is it just like anyone no one can resist? when
Yeah,
this guy turns up with this offer.
That's the currency. These are the terms, the customs.
I mean, it's just such an amazing documentary that every 3 minutes there's a moment like that where you're just like, no. It's so good. It's so good.
Even like the marketing of it, like just the orange square initially on
I
Instagram.
can't believe he didn't just get on a plane and like fuck off in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
Like,
so many of them that they kept going. While
There
all
were
being
so many chances.
so bad at this thing that was so clearly going to fail. Like his reality distortion field that they thought they were going to get it done. You can imagine that rain as well. When the rain comes, like the night before.
And the tents. I think the one moment where I just like basically laughed because it was just had gotten so ridiculous is when they're talking about these villas and they weren't going to be able to have the villas so they can have tents, and then someone was like, and I turned up and they're like the refuge tent of Hurricane Katrina.
And it was like before the storm, you could just about squint and go, oh yeah, that's like quite a nice dome tent. After the storm, you're like, oh no, that is this is like a true refugee
And
camp.
it was. I didn't feel like it was on a. It felt like it was on. Just gravel. They weren't really on a beach anymore.
No,
Like,
the surroundings were not luxe.
like when you drive into Tauranga and they've got the mountain, they've got they've got just like, I don't know, like concrete chips. There's something that they do off the end of the port. It just felt like that.
You definitely couldn't be barefoot on that stuff.
No.
I actually think that sandwich though looked pretty good.
It looked fine.
That
I don't know what
sandwich?
else
It's amazing
to
that the
I'd eat
sandwich
that.
was the...
So was the sandwich made by the lady who had to feed everyone?
The
or
lady
not?
who got fucked over, but now
No,
has
she's
like
fine.
so much money.
Oh.
So much
Good.
money on a GoFundMe.
Okay, good.
First thing I googled afterwards was
Yeah.
lady restaurant owner from Fire Festival documentary GoFundMe. Boom. 125 grand, and that was
Thank
like I'm going to
Lord.
quickly see what it's at now. Talk amongst yourselves.
But yeah, the locals, like that was the real kind of tragedy of
Yeah.
it, wasn't it? It was like
Yeah, you don't worry about
the
all these-
ultimate and kind of gross white idiot dudes stomping into this, paradise and fucking everyone over. Everyone.
Totally. It does feel like
210,000, 470.
that's so good. I'm so
That's
happy.
great.
Yeah, it just felt like there's few things you've ever seen where you're like, this is... If you, in 1,000 years' time, if people want to know what it was like
Yeah.
to live between 2015 and 2020, just show them the Fire documentary.
And
this was what was happening.
And if you don't know anything about the Fire Festival, because I didn't, so that is like the ideal circumstances into
I followed it a
going
little
into
bit at the time, but
Yeah.
it made me wish I'd followed it in real time. Like if you'd been watching the hashtag in real time, it would have been just the slow decay and then nightfall.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone losing it.
And just like the lady running around with like a pallet of pillows and I've got all the toilet roll. Like it's just true Lord of the
It went
Flies.
completely Lord of the Flies,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
And these were the villa people, weren't they? Because they said, like, if you've got a villa, take a tent. What were they going to
Anyone
do?
just
with
grab a tent.
What are
Yeah.
they going to do with the people who didn't have a villa? You guys are on the gravel.
There's some delicious
And
grass.
do you want to read out Jarrell's tweet? Because you.
Oh,
seemed
yes,
to really enjoy it.
Jarrell. Jarrell, after, and kind of in the aftermath of the documentary coming out, he tweeted, I too was hustled, scammed, bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray.
Man, he
Exclamation marks.
hit thesaurus.com hard for that tweet.
I love Jarrell's involvement.
Just a loving reminder that Married at First Sight, not New Zealand, that would be nice. Australia kicks off this Sunday. I've heard that it's like nuts. Like,
I'm so excited.
Just-
Yeah.
Is it 1 million nights a week? Do we know?
hope so.
Yeah.
Watch party?
Yeah.
Heartbreak Island is launching. Well,
I don't
the
know,
launch party's
that's
on
launch party.
Valentine's Day, so it can't be too far away.
But do you guys not want to come?
We'll talk about that after. Hey, I haven't actually. I was supposed to do this in real news. Oh no, for the Mike Puru update on the chicken.
Oh, we've got to have
Do we
that.
have that? Do we have time for that?
We don't have time for anything. We're like 75 minutes in, but let's go.
Okay, so we discussed at length a couple of times Mike Puru's disaster with his chicken situation. So he contacted me with some of the details, answered some of our questions that we had. So first of all, he said, "I laughed so much. God, did I laugh." which I for some reason that just really, I love that.
It's classic Puru like phrasing.
But
He's
just
a man
talking
out
as
of time.
he's writing as he's talking. He thought he should let us know some details. So the lady who gave the burger to him lived around the corner from McDonald's. So on New Year's Eve, he was over there at her place and he had to return to pick up those things you leave behind at people's houses, recyclable bags, chiller packs, sunglasses, your vape charger, etc.
Whoa.
And he was telling her about McDonald's getting slammed by Uber Eats. So I think that's where he had been trying to get Uber Eats McDonald's. And
On like New Year's Day.
I guess so. Probably, that hangover
Peak hangover,
food.
yeah.
And that reminded her that she had a chicken burger. She had ordered it at 2 a.m, ate the chips, then didn't feel like the burger, so she saved
crazy.
it.
Chips first?
Yeah, I mean...
I think you kind of have to do that because the chicken burger will keep, but the chips won't.
Well,
I
clearly
think
it
the
won't.
chicken burger does not keep.
I actually don't know this story. I know that it happened. I know there's something bad with the chicken burger. But
He got
in
like
my
a
head,
second-hand
he
chicken
went
burger.
hiking.
He put it in his back. He put it in his backpack and went to work. That part's all true. When she gave it to me, she didn't take it out of the fridge, which at the time I didn't think about until after I got sick. So she just
So you got
pulled it
sick?
out of the cupboard, I guess.
Oh, no.
But aren't you supposed to be able to leave like a cheeseburger on top of your fridge for a year and it's still the same and fine?
But I think it's like
Well,
looks
chicken
the
different.
same,
I mean, it looks the
it
same,
might
but you're
not.
still definitely going to get sick if you eat it.
I
So the
reckon
Easter
it's fine.
egg.
I'd do that.
Anyway, yes, I was hungry, but I decided I would. So he's got the
Jane keeps
villainous-
raising her finger in this sort of...
He's got this villainous burger and he's like, I'm hungry. I'm going to wait till I get to work. I'm going to microwave it there. I live in a house where microwaves were not allowed.
$1,000 for a shot of Mike Puru microwaving a chicken burger at MediaWorks.
I live in a house where microwaves are not allowed because of radiation. Another story for another time. But I got carried away at work and only remembered when I got home. Moral of the story: respect the leftovers with hygienic standards, and Uber Eats is changing the face of McDonald's. P.S. I'm ready for some Nando's.
Yes, Mike.
It took 16 days to come right. P.S.
Whoa!
P.S. So he was still sick when we saw him. What is
Listen.
a skin tag? P.S. What's a skin
I can
tag?
show you, Mike. I have your phone number now.
Well, we're going to get together over some Nando's.
Skin tag is like a big part of your
Can we skin
writing,
tags?
Alex.
I thought you'd all appreciate the update. I loved it. Thank you, Mike. I wish.
Thank you so much,
wish more
Mike.
people-
Yeah, that is a great share.
16 days. I'm like, he shouldn't be alive.
I think we're all.
That's like gastric bypass surgery.
I think we're all very blessed that he still is alive.
Yeah.
Great.
5 out of 5 from me.
The nicest thing that's ever happened.
It's like
The
Urkel.
real review. I've got some seed lip non-alcoholic alcohol for us to try.
I've had some of this and I love it.
I haven't had some, but I did give away a small bottle to a friend last night
We need
because I
some
realised it
cups.
didn't have alcohol in it.
Yeah.
We need some cups. We need some cups.
It's good when you want
Sorry.
to drink hard liquor at 9 a.m, but
I have a bee in my
Did you
bonnet.
see my little joke that I made?
I want real booze. It's time for that real
booze.
Time for that real booze.
Real booze. Did you get sent this, Jane?
No, I got given it for my birthday by my lovely fiance.
because it's real expensive.
Because I don't
Yeah.
drink, okay? So I don't drink. And I am constantly bemoaning
Because I don't drink, so I don't drink.
I'm constantly bemoaning the lack of good non-alcoholic options if you're wanting to feel a bit fancy. So he got me this stuff.
Do you like, well, yeah.
Well, let's review it together.
Oh, have you not had it?
What
Yes,
do you
I
mix
have.
it with? Can you have it straight?
Yeah, you haven't
But
had
you
it.
shouldn't. Here you go.
Oh, no, I drink
Do you
it
reckon
neat.
it'd give
Okay.
you a little buzz if you didn't know?
Hey, what?
I tried to do that with staff here, but I got
Don't worry.
like... Cause
Do we want ice? Do we need, I mean...
I want to see if there
do you
was
want
a...
ice? Do you want ice? It does suggest ice.
If
I
it's
would
just
like
ice, I
ice.
would like ice.
Is there Nando's out there?
Oh my god, there's
Oh, no,
Nando's.
we'll just race through it.
We'll
We'll just
race
race
through
through
it.
it. Let's just race through it.
Okay,
So,
So seedlip is, I mean, it's made in the sense that they go through all this big process of distilling and what
there's
have you, of this and the
botanicals
other,
and
and
that.
botanicals and yada yada. So the idea is that you appreciate the method of how it's made. There should be some flavours coming through and so forth. So you can really appreciate a decent drink as someone who doesn't drink alcohol.
But it's not just that. I think it's also like the drinking spirits, neat spirits, which is why I don't think you should mix it, is like fundamentally like a different process to drinking like a beer or a wine. Like you sort of sip it and linger over it and
Okay.
And that's never been, but like, there's always been like non-alcoholic beer and wine. There's obviously lots of different drinks that are sort of in that realm, and this is quite a different thing.
I'm going to tell you my take on all this in a minute.
Okay.
But I appreciate that from someone who's a drinker. Okay,
Not
this is a citrus flavour, so I don't know. I'm just going to guess amounts. That's what you do for a shot, right? Ish?
Sure.
Okay, and then we'll chuck in some. Should we just all share the same glass? Whoa!
Yeah.
It's bubbling over.
What's that? Is that tonic? Soda.
It's just soda water. Okay. So this is how they suggest that you have it.
Okay.
Give it a hoon. You want your own dunk?
Well, I'm just going to have it neat.
Oh, you're going to have it neat?
That's where I like to drink spirits.
Okay. What do you think, Alex?
Hold on a minute. It tastes like a cupboard. You know what I mean?
Do you know what it tastes like? Fucking nothing at all, mate. That's what it tastes like.
It tastes like if you licked the back of a cupboard.
This is a different one to the one I've had. Is this like a...
Have it neat. It just tastes like someone left a
that
little bit
neat?
of their orange peel at the bottom of your cup, and
It's
you
like
put some.
mouthwash that's been cut.
It's musty.
Look, I'm pissed. This is like $60 a bottle
Oh,
or
it's
something.
at least it's more than that.
It doesn't taste like anything. You add water, like I just drank it neat, and then you add water to it. It literally just tastes like you're drinking soda water.
Yeah.
And
That's
This is a Fire Festival level scam.
It is. It's absolute bloody snake oil.
Also, it's just like,
Or squirrel oil. What's on the label?
I mean, they can make zero alcohol beers. Why can't they do?
Because I know, because I guess
Well, I think a lot of the flavour of spirits is in the alcohol.
So my issue, and therein lies my issue, for someone who doesn't drink but would like a fancy drink, stop making non-alcoholic drinks that are trying to pretend to be alcohol. Like, people who don't drink don't necessarily want to feel like they're drinking alcohol. We just want to feel like we're drinking a nice drink.
But I think there's just two different types, right? Like, I'm a vegetarian, but I want fake meat to taste as close to real meat as possible. But then there are some vegetarians who are like, why would I want the taste of, who hate the taste of meat? You know, so there are
Okay,
just
that's
different
fine.
animals.
Yes, absolutely. And we've got plenty of options for the people who want pretend alcohol. I just want a nice drink that doesn't have alcohol in it. Don't tell me kombucha.
I'm not going to
Don't even.
But you like Coke Zeros?
Yeah, but that's not like it's not like a go out to, you know, a restaurant. But thank you.
This is cool.
But thank you for drink-splaining that to me, Alex.
You had a lovely Coke Zero on Saturday, didn't you, for your birthday?
I wish there was more.
See?
I just am wanting something
So you
else.
want a 1.5?
I want the beachfront villa, not the Hurricane Katrina tent. Okay?
Fanta? Have you tried Fanta?
Fanta.
Sounds great.
Why is there no Diet Fanta?
I know. This should be...
Because
This is
I think
Fanta Zero.
Fanta's the purest. Okay, it's like if we take the
5%.
sugar out, you're missing the whole point. You basically got seedlip.
Fanta is so delicious.
Fanta is the best. This is the craziest...
It's the
What a-
craziest bullshit. Do you
what
know
a
what would be
waste.
tastier? Like a shot of Fanta with some soda water would have more flavour in it than this,
That'd be delicious.
and that would go a long way too. You're right. You try.
Yeah, I'm just trying to taste anything.
Anything.
So this is different. Like this is like some other type of seedlip because the original one was like more sort of minty fresh, and I thought tasted more like booze. This is amazingly tasteless. But Joel, lovely man for buying
He
it.
is, and it gave us some
thoughtful
content.
gift.
Yeah,
So I'll get him to invoice
yeah.
you guys for that.
Well, you can get 10 cents back in New South Wales. So.
What about South Australia?
Oh, yeah, I just couldn't be bothered reading the whole thing. I don't know what NT is. Northern Territory?
Yeah, you do.
There you go.
Colin's Granny. Colin's Granny.
This podcast.
Colin's Granny. Granny.
Colin's Cranny.
Hey, so Colin, I don't know if he's updated this since the you'll know, Alex. His bio on Instagram says, I'm not an influencer, I'm just showing the real moments in real time or something. Has that always been there, or has that been since he published that?
No, I think that is subsequent because he used to have that. We read it on the when we had him on.
It was like I like my salad with gin and cucumber.
Yeah, that's interesting, eh?
I like this idea of like updating your bio like regularly.
Yeah,
You know, I like to make it
that's
topical.
it's almost like using your bio as like Twitter.
Yeah.
I think that's cool because I don't think he is. He felt like qualitatively different to
Yes.
the other people on the list.
There's quantity and there's quality.
Yeah,
And I think, you know, he probably likes does not equate to sales. So if you're a company and you're trying to get someone to sell something, you can't just base it on likes.
and also he's like a brand influencer rather than a product influencer.
He's just an angel from above.
You know,
He
but
cannot be measured. It's like offensive to try and
He should
put a
have his
framework to his.
like he's not trying to sell you a new Lexus. He's trying to make you believe in Lexus to the point that you aspire to a Lexus.
Yeah. He creates a brand attitude, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Got your arm like rakishly.
I'm drunk from the sea lip. Okay, so anyway, that's all. I just wanted to bring that up, but you've got something
All right,
there.
let's crank
Alex?
through.
Oh, just some updates from India. He messaged me on Instagram saying, I simply have to come. And then he said, I'll tell you all the tips if you're ever interested. And then I just got like a spam thread of like all these old Hollywood Marilyn Monroe memes. And I thought I'd finally hit him up on his strange kind of DMing activity. I said, these images make no sense. And he said, I think I've been hacked. It's 5 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if he's like making a joke, if it was like I'm none the wiser.
I think he's been hacked by something that's
I'm
not
none the
sea lip.
wiser.
But he's a kind of a surrealist art project.
He called himself
Exactly.
He called himself a lush, and that might explain it.
Exactly. He's
Okay.
been having a great time over there. I also just found, an old, I always say this word wrong. I don't know if
Paella.
you eat that.
Paella
Paella.
Paella. Okay.
or paella?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, if you're English.
That's what I was afraid of.
With a bright,
Facebook
bright red
update.
bald head.
Facebook update. Excuse?
Sorry.
Facebook update. Paella. Why do you haunt my thoughts? Just from Colin.
It's the community notice board.
As we alluded to earlier, Geordie Pordy's selling a double bed.
Not only a double bed.
He wants a hundy for it.
He's also selling a
not that
vintage
much.
liquor cabinet.
Ah,
But not fucked in sheets.
what? Don't what?
It's a throwback. Remember that, Jane?
No.
When that motel owner tried to sell Willie Moon and Natalia Kills used bed sheets, and she called
yes.
them fucked in sheets.
That's
I don't remember
iconic.
that term.
That's a chapter title of your autobiography.
How does she know for sure? We probably talked about that at the time.
What do you mean?
That they were.
Oh, well, no, Natalia Kills called them that on Twitter.
Oh.
So she
She
probably, it was a
angrily-
memorable.
If anything,
Oh.
she's just trying
Okay. All right. Well, we don't know. I mean, can't confirm or deny what sort of activities happened on this bed, or even if it's Pordy. I mean, it might be that he's getting rid of it on someone's behalf, just so he'd use some of his fame clout to reach the masses.
$100 isn't that much fame clout.
And also,
Like, put a higher price
also
on it.
double bed. No.
Yeah, it's quite a crap.
I mean, your
size.
audience there is basically mums with teenage boys, right? Who've got some rooms that just are not quite big enough for a queen.
You just
Yeah.
have a small Greyland little terrace kind of house.
Liquor cabinet sounds interesting, though. I might have a look at that.
It's not bad. I thought about messaging him, but then I remembered he's joined the long list of reality stars that have decided to hate me.
But he replied to me and said that he would do a thing for Jane, but I mean he didn't, but he said he would, which is I think quite honourable of him.
Well, he's never had a problem with Jane or you.
Hasn't he, though?
I'm sure he's had.
I'm sure he has.
Yes, come on, do it, yes, oh yes.
Keeping up with the Hawksby Hospital.
Speaking of fucked in sheets, eh? Shit.
We were about to retire this segment because we didn't have any ins to, since Blockgate. But then bloody Hawksby wrote that amazing piece criticising the Labour Party's dress sense.
It's so good.
I don't know about it.
Oh my
What a
God.
dag.
Is this really how Labour Party MPs dress for a retreat? And then it's just her slamming all their clothes at this Labour caucus retreat in Martinborough.
Has she ever seen her husband?
Has she also ever seen, no offence, but her wedding pictures?
Oh my God. Whoa.
No offence, but on your most special day, you look yuck.
Well, second of your most special. Was it her second of your most special days? Like second time around, right?
No, but whatever the most recent is your special day. The other one's sullied. You want the
Wow.
unsullied.
Seems that way at the time,
Fuck,
but
what a
if you-
call. How did
real
I miss
funny.
this?
Like slamming
Why did no
Trevor
one send me
Mallard's
this?
Hawaiian shirt,
Fair enough.
getting mad about someone's slogan T-shirt.
What was the
And
slogan?
that's my favourite. Jacinda Ardern's baby Neve was also there. I thought she was about to go into a tirade about her onesie or something.
God.
I don't know why. I'm not sure if other people's kids were there, but let's not call that weird because we'll be lynched. Now, maybe Jacinda's breastfeeding still, which would mean that she'd need her baby there. Mm-hmm. But also, who doesn't want a cute baby at a bloody lunch? I want a cute baby at a lunch.
Only at a lunch, so not at a dinner.
Not a lunch either.
I don't want to keep baby at lunch. Save the baby.
It's for grown-ups.
But honestly, on the wedding dress thing, I know that sounds super harsh, but you've seen it?
I don't think I've seen it.
Oh my God.
I think it's got a point with that fluorescent green one. Who's that?
I don't know who that is. Not so smart. Photo Tamalty Coffee. That's iconic. Also, Andrew Little popped as Collar. Really popped Collar.
Yeah.
It's crazy she didn't mention
Fashion.
that. I'm kind of for it.
Yeah, I think this is a great
It's
new
almost like
direction
a
for her.
spin-off piece.
Yeah,
like
it
it's
is.
real close.
Just slamming.
This is her wedding dress.
Power ranking
This
the
is her wedding
outfit.
dress.
We need to do that.
That's like a see-through knitting thing. This is Trelise Cooper did it, and I think that bit maybe detaches. I don't know, but it was not. I mean, it's just I'm not wearing that on my wedding day. Okay,
You should.
I'm tempted
Only
now.
because
An
you
homage.
don't have it.
Anyway,
You should definitely
that's
get a miniature version of that made up, put atop your cake.
I could probably just wear the bit that tears off, and that would come to my ankles.
Wait, is it tearaway?
I don't know. Surely.
Like Adidas track pants.
I used to have some of those
Of course, you
because I
did.
worked at Sterling Sports, though. So
I remember. I knew you when you wore those. And like shell-toed.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Great look.
I'm glad you remember all that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Liddy?
Right. Anything else to add on that?
Oh yeah, I heard Kate and Mike do the crossover this morning, and Kate had some research out of the US that showed that 32% of people clean the inside of their car once a year, and 10% never clean it. And Mike Noel James Hosking III was revolted.
Of course.
He has a no eating in his car rule.
Oh my God, that's so good.
It's really good banter because Kate doesn't have any kind of eating in her car rules. She doesn't clean it that often, and he was just
But he cleans it for her, doesn't he?
bagging the hell out of her. Nope, no.
I'm sure I've seen him cleaning her car on Instagram.
Well, maybe
In the
he's
old
doing
days.
performatively
In the old
once.
days. What?
I'm just guessing because.
This is the.
Whoa.
But yeah. So it was good. It was good material. I enjoyed it.
How often do you clean your car, Duncan?
Fucking never. I mean, not the inside. Maybe once a year.
And you know what I love though? A good trip to Wash World.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Love that.
I used to do that when I was your age.
It's almost sickening. The like pina colada and like all the flavors.
Pina.
Pina.
But also, your car looks so clean, and it's
Can
shiny, and then you five minutes
Pina
after
colada? If you know what I mean.
You're really rude today, Doug.
Oh my god.
Super saucy. Anxious.
I don't think I realised how rude that was going to be
Okay.
until it came out.
Oh shit.
That's like a Jane level call. Anyway. When you go to Wash World and you drive out and 5 minutes later your car's dirty again. Like it doesn't.
Does it happen?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm probably when it gets serviced, we let them do it. That's a hack.
That means you go to the dealership, don't you? Like the proper one.
Because it's got a thingy on it. It's got like a,
sure does.
a plan. Oh,
Lucky
sorry.
for some.
All right, come on, let's get in the Nando's.
40 years old, I earned it. Okay. All right. Last thing.
Last thing.
It's so
What
hot.
time is it?
Midnight.
Like and subscribe.
Perfect timing for Max. Midnight. Party started.
Max night, they call it. Around his way.
Let the beat drop. Okay, so Max, I get pissed off when I see something that Max does and I'm like, that's cool, that's going to be great for the corner. And then the Herald print a story about it. I'm like, you fucking beat us to it. We're not recording for another 5 days. How dare you? So you've probably all seen this. But Max posted Papa John sleeping and like he's like what Nikki does with you, basically.
I feel like, so I have a different anger that he's stolen my
He's stolen your
bit.
thing.
Your thing. Now it's going to look like you're copying. Even there's a video element. There's a video component to it. I wonder what they're watching.
So I have this recurring gag
Fuck,
on
we
my
look
Instagram.
exactly the same.
I
That's
have
weird.
this recurring gag on my Instagram of my dad's slippers. He wears these slippers that are like 6 sizes too big for him, and it's just hilarious. People love it, and I feel like John's just the new Insta dad. He's just the new Victor Yee.
Well, doesn't he run that John Key doing things Instagram as well?
I've never seen it.
Oh, mate, you got to get into it.
How long? How come
Gotta get
we've
into
been
it.
doing Max Key Corner for like over a year.
It's come up. I feel like it happened kind of after the shopping gate when everyone was obsessed with what was in his trolley.
Oh,
And
okay.
he then was like,
yeah.
this is what the people want. And he's responsive.
We could start a new segment called like Jonky Chaise Long.
It's just got that one talk piece that one time, which is now and then never again.
Yeah.
I like it. Also, I'd just like to say, Max Key didn't even see my message asking him to record a birthday message. So I must be in his, hell.
You must be.
My mum. I nearly got away with it too.
No, I was right there ready.
I've
What
had
a
too much
podcast do you think we're running?
We're not mocking people who've got lists, by the way.
No, just
we're
me.
Just mocking
So we're
Alex.
mocking Alex.
That's fair.
My son's talking with a lisp at the moment because he's lost his teeth, front teeth. Yeah.
It's cute though when they don't have
Super
teeth.
Cute, yeah.
And when they do have teeth, they're like
Well.
super cute when you do it.
Do
too.
I even
Cuter,
have teeth,
to be
though,
honest.
at the end of the day?
Anyway, that's our podcast. It is what it is.
That's our take on a podcast.
Thank you very much for listening. Thanks for making it this far. You deserve some Nando's. We don't, but we're going to eat some anyway. Thank you, Tina, for recording. Thank you, Nando's, for being amazing. And thank you, Alex. Thank you, Duncan.
Thank you,
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you,
Bringing it
Clayton.
well. Thanks,
Did we do that?
Clayton.
Yeah.
Clayton Bakes, that Clayton.
Go subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.
Kia ora, I'm Alex Casey, Senior Writer at The Spinoff. We wouldn't exist without the ongoing support of our generous members. If you're able to, you can make a donation at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Kia ora e te iwi, Te Aihe Butler here, podcast manager at The Spinoff. If you enjoy listening to our podcasts, consider supporting our mahi by signing up to become a Spinoff member at thespinoff.co.nz/donate. The Spinoff Podcast Network.